Hi, I'm Sunidhi, and today I'm going to be proposing a collaboration between Dior and Jisoo. Looking at the two collaborators, Dior is considered the definition of beautiful and sophisticated. It is a highly successful division of LVMH's fashion and leather products company and is a well known French fashion brand known for its designer apparel. The company's namesake founder established it in 1946, and Bernard Arnault's investment in Christian Dior was made before LVMH as it exists today. The brand name is a combination of the French words God, Dieu, and gold, or. The color gold has become the most popular Dior brand hue. And since its founding in 1946, Dior has inherited the French haute couture heritage, and exquisite workmanship symbolized their fine aesthetic sense of high society women and reflected the pinnacle of French fashion culture. I'll talk a bit about the current status of the brand. Dior is considered a fairly expensive brand with incredibly high quality. A Dior bag today can cost anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 pounds on average because Dior is all about exclusivity, and its customers are aware of this. They do not hesitate to pay premium rates for the brand's goods because at the end of the day, wearing Dior is a status symbol. Geographically, Dior is headquartered in Paris, in France, and has 541 stores across the world. And at the moment, Dior's largest market is in Asia. Looking at the revenue share worldwide, 35% of Dior's income as of December 2021 comes from Asia, excluding Japan, 7% from Japan, 26% from USA, 15% from Europe, excluding France. Other markets, including South Africa, Brazil, and nations from the Arabian Gulf, contributed 11% of its revenue, while France was responsible for 6% of it. Looking a bit more specifically at the brand awareness of Dior in the UK, 93% of fashion consumers are aware of the Dior brand. It is used by 28% of UK consumers of high fashion, and over 21% of those who purchase high-end clothing say they want to use Dior again. As compared to the brand's 28% usage share, this indicates that 75% of their owners are brand loyal, and over 27% of the UK consumers of luxury clothes in September 2022 had come across Dior in recent media coverage, social media posts, or advertisements. As for the financial status of Dior, Christian Dior SE published its revenue figures for the whole fiscal year that ended December 31st, 2022. According to the business, sales for the entire year increased from 64,215 million euros to 79,184 million euros. Compared to 4,946 million euros the previous year, net income was 5,797 million euros. This figure represents Christian Dior's global revenue by activity for the 2021 fiscal year in million euros. The overall revenue for the specified time period was 64.2 billion euros, more than 30 billion of which came from the sales of clothing and leather items, including handbags. Fashion Week is when every fashion brand battles to see who will be the most talked about and receive the most coverage across all media. Digital fashion shows have ruled the screen since the pandemic began, and it is only recently that brands are returning to in-person fashion shows. Since the digitization of Fashion Week, brands have been looking at their media impact value more seriously. Before I dive into various reports on Dior's media impact value, the media impact value figure from Launch Metrics accounts for paid, owned, and earned media, as well as appropriate media placements across all platforms, including online, social, and print. Looking at Dior's media impact value in 2020, Dior ranked number 1 in the top 20 fashion luxury brands by media impact value in the last quarter of 2020 in China, Europe, and USA, according to Launch Metrics, and earned an average of 100 million in media impact value. In 2021, Dior came in first place with a 25% increase in overall media impact value. While their placements fell by 25%, influence on MIV grew by 40%. At Paris Fashion Week 21, Dior prioritized quality over quantity and used all-star influencers for Paris Fashion Week 2021. In 2022, Dior earned $41.9 million in total MIV, taking first place for Fashion Week. Due to the fan base that their Korean ambassador has, Korea and Philippines alone received $2.2 million and $2 million in MIV, and 21% of their total revenue came from their Eastern market. Brands recently have discovered the value of producing original content for channels that cater to certain geographic areas to interact with their audience in a more individualized way. When Dior joined Bilibili in June 2020, they were the first luxury brand to do so, demonstrating their understanding of the value of local channels. China is also currently the largest market of high-end clothing in the world. Speaking of Dior's target audience, they target people above the age of 20 with high taste, high education, and high income relatively. A high social status is also a factor with their target audience. And considering Dior's price point, a shopping budget of £20,000 to £100,000 with a shopping frequency of once every 3 months is an important aspect. As for the success in reaching their audience, Dior seems successful in reaching their target audience. According to engagement with their official website, 62.66% of clicks belong to women, and the majority of the audience were aged between 25 to 34. Finally, analyzing Dior's SWOT. Strength. Dior has several qualities, but those that have helped the brand succeed include its uniqueness, strong sense of narrative, and development of the dream. Dior has developed such a desire and demand for the brand over the years that 60 years later, the business is still evolving along with the rapidly changing industry. For weakness, although the business is very well established, there are a few drawbacks. As a result of the frequent changes in designers over the years, there has occasionally been very little stability within the industry. In addition, the introduction of new personalities to the brand has occasionally resulted in a significant shift in style and designs of specific pieces. Opportunities. As a business, Dior is very observant and stays current with all the trends. A wide spectrum of consumers were able to observe the clothing and trends thanks to the Dior Harrods event in 2013, ongoing magazine articles with their brand ambassadors, and ongoing media presence. Dior's chosen experiences are ideal for both sales and audience engagement. As for the threats, strong industry competition always comes with threats, and in this situation, Chanel poses those concerns due to the close relationship between the two brands. Threats, nevertheless, also come from the designers. Dior's creative director, Maria Grazia-Chiuri, has faced many criticisms for her handling of the brand, and her recent designs have not received many great reviews. Coming to our other collaborator, Kim Jisoo, better known as Jisoo, is a South Korean singer and actress. She is a member of Blackpink, which is widely considered the biggest girl group of the decade. With the rise of K-pop in the Western media and the Hallyu wave, K-pop stars have taken over the luxury fashion, with every band tapping a Korean artist as their brand ambassador. Jisoo has been the global fashion and beauty and brand ambassador of Dior since 2021 and has been the regional ambassador since 2019. She is also a brand ambassador of Cartier, amongst many more. She is constantly dressed in head-to-toe Dior, whether it be for a magazine shoot, an award show, an appearance at an event, or even spotted at the airport. Looking at Jisoo's social media presence, Jisoo currently has 67.6 million followers on Instagram alone, with an engagement rate of 7.37%. Her average likes are around 5 million, with 28.3 thousand comments per post. She emerged as a top celebrity according to launch metrics with a media impact value of $7.2 million from a single personal post and 1,152 media mentions. Launch metrics calculated a media impact value of $1.74 million for an Instagram post of the Korean singer posing beneath the enormous Dior emblem at the fashion house's Fall 2022 show. K-pop has a lot of influence on media today. Together, influencers and celebrities raked in 26% of Paris Fashion Week's total MIV, with K-pop stars generating a lot of social media buzz. Like I mentioned before, Dior earned $41.9 million in total MIV, taking first place for Fashion Week. Of this, 21% came purely from their Eastern market due to their enormous K-pop viewership. This is an excerpt from Launch Metrics report on the top beauty brands in the world. With more than $388 million in MIV, Dior was named the top beauty brand and was a top-ranked brand in both the print channel, a crucial distribution channel for high-end fashion firms, and the overall MIV rankings. The report grants Jisoo full credit for this, naming her the #1 influencer, and pointed out that 8 out of 10 of Dior's best placements by media impact value came from Jisoo. Coming to why they should collaborate, Jisoo is known to love her beloved collection of Dior bags and has worn many during her role as Dior's global ambassador. the brand's creative designers have often shown admiration for her and consider her their muse, and Jisoo herself is known for having a very elegant sense of fashion and is even called the human Dior for how perfectly she embodies the brand. As shown in the analytics, she has brought the brand a lot of media attention from her vast fan base. With the rise of K-pop at the moment, every brand has tapped a Korean artist as their brand ambassador, but none have collaborated to create something. I believe a collaboration between them would take the world by storm and gain both Jisoo and Dior more than just media attention. I believe a specially designed line of handbags by Jisoo would be a perfect collaboration. This collaboration will allow a twist to Dior's current classic designs and freshen them with Jisoo's taste and style. The collaboration would also include a specially crafted bag scarves for the handles of the bags, designed by Jisoo herself that will pair perfectly with the collection or with the classic and original designs that customers already love and cherish. That is all for my presentation, and thank you for your time and attention.